my hand a different color? So I know that I have been really sparse, so I wanted to just stop in, and I thought maybe we can just have like an informal chat and spend some time together, and I can give you a little life update about what's going on for me, and I would love to hear about what's going on for you guys in the comment section below. I really do miss getting to connect with you all. It's one of the lights of my life. I was feeling a little peckish. Whoops. So I made myself a little snackums. Check this beauty out. My goodness. I could like legitimately cry tears of joy because this dragon fruit grew in my yard. Planted it a few years ago, just like, hey, we'll see what happens. This is what happens. I've never had a dragon fruit with this much flavor before. I also have blended banana ice cream. It has, I think, some frozen peaches and strawberries in it as well. I put some turmeric in it, which is why it's a little yellow. I have some beautiful mandarin oranges, some lilykoi from our vine outside, and some sunflower seeds. And I'm like equal parts desperate to eat this because I'm starving, but it's also like 3,000 degrees and I just want to film this video and be over it because I want to cut all my hair off. It's like wearing a back sweater 24/7. Hashtag done with the back sweater. And small disclaimer, there is currently a fire ant in my pants. I can't find it. I've been trying to find it for about 20 minutes and I can't. So if I seem flustered or distracted, that's why. So perhaps obviously the biggest part of my life right now is volunteering up at Pu'uhonua o Pu'uhuluhulu at the base of Mauna Kea Access Road. I'm up there like 3.5, 4 days a week, sleeping up there, living up there, and then I come down for a few days and just like bang out work and try to get a little bit done. Try to spend time with Levi because he's down here like holding down the house, taking care of the dogs and our garden and everything, and he's, you know, kind of ready to drop everything and go back up there if and when more police presence show up. I feel so fortunate to be up there. I'm working and living with some really incredible people who I can feel are going to be lifelong friends, and it's so great to be connecting with these folks in a real way, and it feels so good to be of service and of use up there. Maybe we could just film straight through this whole video and you guys can experience the auditory delight that is my life. Oh wow. Is that the same person that walks by every day, Petunia? But I am living up there. I just live out of my truck. You know, I have everything that I need pretty much inside the cab or in the back bed, and I just sleep in my front seat, and it's hellishly uncomfortable, but so worth it. Although I have definitely experienced some shifts in my normal diet. I do have like a whole little pantry in the back of my truck, and from there I can make some really good soaked oats. I have dried fruits and canned beans and all kinds of foods that I can like supplement in with what is already up there. So often it's really easy to get things like rice and sweet potatoes and breadfruit and taro from the kitchen up there. So, you know, I get a little bit of that and then I add in my beans or nuts and seeds and, you know, whatever else I want. And, you know, I actually end up doing pretty well. I will say the one thing that I'm struggling with is like getting greens and stuff. And to be honest, it's not that bad. It's not really bothering me, and I'm honestly shocked at how good I feel considering that I'm not eating my usual diet, and I'm definitely used to getting better sleep and more rest. I'm not used to being at high elevations, but despite it all, I feel really good. And again, just like really humbled and grateful to be doing this. Of course, I do miss being at home with my pups and with Levi, and I don't get to see the girls as much on the weekend. And so, of course, you know, there are sacrifices, but I'm, again, just feeling really humble and grateful to be able to make those sacrifices so that I can be a part of what's going on up there and be of service. The other kind of new development is that I did decide this past year to go to college, not full-time, and I don't know if it will ever result in a degree. Even though I'm a big believer in self-education, I also want to go and kind of get more of an official education, if you know what I mean. Unfortunately, I signed up for some online classes and some in-person classes. You know, the science classes can't be online. So unfortunately, I did have to drop those classes so that I can be up on the Mauna. So it is a little ironic that the University of Hawaii and their attempts to build the TMT are actually thwarting my education. But hey, I think it's worth it. So I do still have my online classes, which I'm going to do my best to keep up with as I am going back and forth and up and down and working and volunteering and trying to take care of myself and be a real human being with human connections. So that's exciting to me. And the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about is that I haven't been on social media as much. Like, I haven't been feeling really inspired to post on Instagram, and obviously I've been pretty busy, so I haven't been making a lot of YouTube videos. And you know, back in the day when I would step back and take breaks from social media, it would be because I was feeling like unbalanced, emotionally unbalanced. I needed some time to kind of step back and get perspective. This time is kind of weird. I know a lot of you have been keeping up with the experience that I've gone through this year with the dynamic neural retraining system and all that that entails as far as self-directed neural plasticity and the work that I've been doing to check in with the anxiety that I have felt for much of my life. And so over the last 8-9 months, that anxiety level has like piddled away. And I'm just kind of getting used to the sensation of feeling okay and feeling like there's no emergency internally or externally that I need to be freaking out about. And it's really nice, but it's also kind of odd. And I'm just kind of figuring out how I relate with the world when I'm not in the middle of a catastrophe. Maybe that's not fair to say because my life has felt fairly well managed over the years, but it's like externally things are kind of in order, but internally I feel quite frazzled a lot and like there's something that I really need to be fixing or getting done. But I haven't been feeling that way, and so I haven't been reflecting on a lot of deep topics. And so I just feel like there's not much to post on social media except, hey, I feel nice today. I ate some real yum food. Life is just kind of chill, even though it's still logistically busy and I'm still trying to maintain good relationships. I'm not sure what else to say, and I definitely don't want to approach what I've been doing over the last 9 months as like this life transformation. That just feels fake, even though, I don't know, maybe that's a realistic way to explain it, but it doesn't feel appropriate to market it, if you know what I mean. And I also don't want to pathologize people who might not be feeling as chill and mellow and stable as I am right now, because I certainly don't think that I was, you know, like mentally ill in the past. I think I was just struggling to cope with some stuff and had some patterns that weren't super helpful, and I personally decided that I wanted to change them, and so I've worked towards that. And perhaps that's enough going on about that. Now is a good time to just chop off all of my hair. I have been thinking about doing this for months, and originally I thought, oh, I'll just, you know, like take a few inches off of it. But then I started looking into hair donations, and I realized that it's kind of unusual for these organizations to get more than, say, 8 inches of hair. I realized that I have quite a bit more than just 8 inches of hair that I could chop off, so I'm just gonna chop most of it off. Full disclaimer, Lily is not a hairdresser. I could go to the hairdresser, but to be perfectly honest, this makes fantastic clickbait. And being on the Mauna so much, I'm not really making a lot of money, so don't worry, I won't make you guys sit through every moment of this. Some excellent news, it feels like the fire ant has stopped biting my butt. I love my hair, don't get me wrong, but it's always been such a point of contention in my life. It's always just a little bit frizzier than I wanted it to be, and it's always been this kind of bizarre color where it's like when it catches the sunlight it almost looks a little bit gray, and I could color it, but I just cannot be bothered. Let's move to a white background so this is more dramatic. This could go really poorly, but let's just do it. Wow, that was a lot. Holy shit. Oh, it's so short. Oh my god, my hair. Oh, it feels so good though. Jesus. Well, what's done is done. Ooh, can I do this left-handed? Oh well. Come on. What, the scissors won't cut that direction? Yeah, the scissors literally won't cut the other direction. Oh my god. Oh, well, that's totally uneven. We'll deal with it later. Dang. How do I do the back? Yeah, just do it. It's like legitimately 100% crooked. Blunt cuts are in, right? Wow. There it is. Schwack you off. Not as bad as I thought it would be. So cool and light. This is awesome. This is good. I'm happy. Okay, here goes. Come on. Alright, here is in the bag. I did choose which organization I was going to mail it to, but I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head. I will leave the link down below, and I should probably try to fix this up a little bit more, but might just be fucking good enough. Oh no, that's totally a different length than the other side. Alright, you guys. Well, thank you for spending some time with me and hearing about my life update and watching me cut off all my hair. I may or may not have an emotional breakdown later, and I hope to be around more often from now on, but we'll just have to see how things go up on the Mona. And as always, until I see you next time, make better choices for yourself. No one is going to do it for you, and take really, really good care. I will see you guys very soon. Miss you. Love you guys. Bye.
Can you bring your bathing suit? Oh, babe.
Hi.
What the heck did you do?
I chopped my hair off.
Huh? What?
I need to get you a
Oh,
reaction.
shit, tell me everything's irritating. Holy smokes. This is a big change. Nice. Very nice.